Well, hello and welcome to this segment of Sister to Sister. You have joined 5 of us, and we are an opinionated bunch of Jesus girls. So we answer the questions that you might have in our hearts from a biblical perspective. Now, here's a good one too, because I wonder this. Why does God make us wait? Why? Why? Flo, help me.
I'm trying, Kathy, I'm trying. You know, Kathy, I really believe that waiting, first of all, time is a precious commodity. And God is not boxed in, he's not locked in by time, but you know, we are heavily affected by it, right? My time clock is ticking, I've been waiting this long, you know, just keep adding to the list. But I do believe waiting is a fertilizer for us growing and maturing in the Lord. I believe that God used waiting to help build character. I really do. I believe that he also uses waiting to bring maturity to us. And, you know, how does your gift mature? By reason of use. So in that time frame, there is the possibility of honing our skills and sharpening our ability. But one of the things that my prayer is that we never miss is that waiting on God is that just like a servant would do. When you go to a restaurant, what do?
So
They
like
wait on you. They waitress, you minister to the Lord. So it should be a time of intimacy, not waiting 3 months, 3 hours, 3 years.
I love
not that type of waiting, but serving and surrendering to him. And the reason I believe that that is so important is because when the manifestation of the answer comes,
And it will,
the answer cannot be greater than the God who answered. And Abraham proved that to us because when he got his answer and got his son, what was required of him right after that? To sacrifice it. And so without that process of waiting, you may not have what you need to surrender it back to the Lord. You can make a God out of your answer.
Somebody else, give me a waiting.
I like the scripture in James 1:2. Be assured that the testing or the trying of your faith or the waiting of your faith through experience.
That's right.
Time, you know, warfare, struggles, produces endurance, leading to spiritual maturity and inner peace.
Amen.
Don't we want spiritual maturity and inner peace? Exactly
Amen.
what Flo said. I don't give my kids everything their beady little eyes want or think they need. I mean, you know, as a loving parent, when it's time and when it's not, when they can handle it, what stage they're at emotionally. They would wreck this. You know, and he knows with us. And so I look back at my life and I think, thank God for those unanswered prayers back then. I wasn't ready, but now I am.
Oh, wow.
That's
I like
good.
that.
That's real good.
Corey, are you a good waiter?
I am not.
Who didn't know?
Patience is a virtue, but it's not a virtue I have. So, but I think this is such an appropriate question, especially in this day and age, because nobody has to wait for anything anymore. We have computers in our hands now. We don't have to wait for something to come in the mail anymore. We don't have to even wait for a phone call because you can just text somebody. You don't have to wait for your favorite song to come on the radio. You can just pull it up on your phone. So kids today, adults too, they don't have to wait for anything. So I think waiting builds character. It really does, and all those other reasons that we listed. But I just think that that is a fine art that has been lost, waiting.
Right.
That's good.
Are you a waiter?
I've learned to be a waiter because the scripture says those who wait on the Lord renew their strength. And as we're getting older, you know, the scripture says young people may fall faint and get exhausted, but those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. It also builds endurance in us. And as Flo was saying, we don't just idly wait by. We serve God in what he has told us last to do while we are waiting for an answer, for him to call on something new. Because he gives to those who are also already ready what he has already entrusted them with. If they've done well, he can trust them with the next step.
Right, and I think that is such a wonderful question about waiting. So if you're watching us and you're waiting, whether patiently or not, believe that God has the answer and it will come. And we will be back another time on Sister to Sister.